Alright everyone, welcome to the broadcast. The name is Mr. Danny, and yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at this matchup, AVANGAR versus ESPADA. The odds are, as you might tell, not in the most correct form, but yeah. Talking about the soundtrack, that's just a general mix. I think it was a Fat Rat gaming mix. Yeah, definitely try to check that one out. ESPADA now. I was thinking we might be seeing the fast start, maybe not as fast as one might think. Terror side team. In this scenario, oh Buster, this is sneaky. This is sneaky, so fast on the kill. Picks up Romy, now can simply back away. He doesn't have to continue on with the push. And look at this, the totem pole jumped down quicker than Co, expecting it already. And ESPADA, I mean, this is looking like a pretty bad round. Okay, maybe Luke and Finn Vicious would actually prove us wrong in this scenario. It may not be the end just yet. As Finn Vicious with Luke, yes, they're still alive. And that's something to be, I'd say, quite happy in a round like this. It's still possible for them to win, but I think some of it is gonna actually rely on the luck factor as well. Are they gonna be able to get the kills quick enough? I think there was only one flash though. Okay. If ESPADA's gonna continue on just walking through here, they may not actually have the most amount of time to actually plant the bomb, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Because they're still shifting through, taking their sweet time entering the bomb side. And so ESPADA, they're actually gonna go here. They're gonna walk on out here. They're gonna plant the bomb at AVANGAR. They're of course gonna realize where the bomb is being planted. Then, oh, Luke with a P250. Okay, maybe it's not looking that bad now for the ESPADA boys. James, he's got the smoke. He's got also the dev kit. Probably gonna go for the insta defuse. I would honestly agree with this play right here. Trying to go for the defuse. He is not defusing the bomb though. They're still taking their sweet time. They're trying to kill at least one of the players to then stick it through. James will get the frag. They know where Luke is at. So Demastic, all he's got to do is just hold. He may not be he may not be such successful to kill the guy, but just staying alive is good enough, as he did block James there from getting any sort of damage. So that's good. That's still pretty good for AVANGAR. Like I said, it was kind of risky, but hey, it does work out good for AVANGAR, but it also kind of works out good for ESPADA. You know, they actually are able to plant the bomb, and because we saw some of the players like Luki and Finn Vicious survive for that long, and them getting those frags means that they can actually drop off AK-47s. This is quite the neat play from ESPADA. I honestly don't think AVANGAR, I don't think they actually expected a similar play. James will be picking up travel, but I think he realized that, okay, that took quite a long time to kill. Probably the guy has got armor. You're gonna have to be a bit more careful here, AVANGAR. Because moving forward, they only have the two rifles, really. Buster with the MP9, Christian with the UMP. Well, they actually think about this one. Maybe Finn Vicious is actually going to try to get a quick frag here if possible. But even if, in a scenario where ESPADA actually goes for a full-on commitment, they should have quite the good round upon them. That's definitely as well the possibility. They still have a couple of those smokes remaining. Romy and Passionate can definitely find their use on the B-bomb side. Will they actually go for one? No, maybe not yet. Passionate, yes, he spots out Buster. Now he's kind of stuck there behind Green Train. He's gonna have to maybe get a frag here. Gonna try to peek, but oh no, Quicker tries to help out his teammate, but does end up dying in the process. And AVANGAR, this is not looking like a very good round for them. Passionate gets the frag. He might actually go for more. There we go. Now Demastic wouldn't know what to do here, but he is doing the work. The fact that he picks up free kills and Finn Vicious, he's kind of stuck there. He's maybe gonna try to commit to the plan because Demastic is quite far away. Dema, he's still waiting for an. Oh, he's actually gonna peek on through. I mean, he's not in the worst possible scenario. He does spot him out, kills Finn Vicious in the process, but what a close round. A bit too close for AVANGAR's comfort. I mean, that was very nice to see for AVANGAR. In the end, that a player like Dimasik is able to clutch that one out, very good for them. But ESPADA, you know, they make it close. They definitely make it close. And so that round doesn't really work out, but okay, they're actually gonna go for another buy here. That's actually very weird. That's also an SG being bought up and in the hands of Romy. And so they got guns, all right, but they don't have. Okay. Looks like they still have some utility. I think. Okay. There's no way in the world AVANGAR is gonna be expecting another force buy from ESPADA, because this is just one hell of a wacky buy. The SG, I mean, you can use it. You can use it in long range. I guess it isn't that bad, but hey, you're gonna have to wait and see its effectiveness in the game. ESPADA and Co. I'm actually gonna try to go for a simple B play. I mean, the fact that you have only 2 smokes, I mean, there's quite a decent variety of how you could actually use those smokes, but they're just gonna run on dry through. That's actually very interesting, because the upper players, yes, they're making progress, but the guys in lower are definitely taking their sweet time. And ESPADA is definitely positioned now to plant the bomb. Passion's spot is quite the interesting one. You're gonna have to clear him out sooner than later. Romy does plant the bomb yet again. But Romy and Luke, like, yeah, this is quite a difficult round for them. Luke has got the scout, but he is behind Great Train, and a double peek is, oh, okay, Luke actually kills Buster in that scenario, but now as Luke is playing around the ladder quicker, yeah, he's gonna get that frag. Whew, another 1vx situation being won by AVANGAR, and I mean, these rounds are quite close, but I think this is the time where ESPADA actually stops force buying, okay? They're not gonna force buy here. I do hope so. I do dearly hope so that's not gonna be the case. They're just gonna go for a good old-fashioned eco, and then actually get a proper buy. Please don't buy here, ESPADA. Pretty please. I think yes. No. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, they still leave around $1,000, $2,000 in their bank accounts, which means that even if they do end up losing this round, they're gonna be able to make a buy. But it's not gonna be the best of looking buys yet again. Like, why did they keep on forcing here, ESPADA? That's actually quite interesting. If they get the bomb plant, I mean, it's not gonna be that bad. But really, I mean, the force buys, they gotta stop at one point, and well, as Dimasik does drop dead, it may not be the worst of starts here for ESPADA. Let's see though, the push is happening here. ESPADA, they're having a couple players pushing B lower, but it still doesn't look like the bomb is actually gonna go towards B. Romy actually kills J. Oh yes, they actually kills quicker, but now the bomb is heading towards A, so Buster holding this one off is gonna be so difficult, and well, looks like ESPADA's force boy actually works out for them. Running around across the entire map with CZs is apparently effective here for ESPADA, and because AVANGAR has been, I mean, they did win 2 rounds in a row, yes, but those were clutch scenarios, 1vx's that they were able to win, and not a lot of their players have got enough money for a buy, so yes, AVANGAR, they're just gonna rock pistols right here. Pistols, and that scout onto J. Fast? Okay, so it is a fast play from ESPADA, as they're definitely changing up the places, because really these previous rounds haven't been that fast. Quicker on the site, yes, he's gonna get gunned down, but I mean, Jame and Buster are still alive, and Buster's in fact found the bomb of all things. Oh boy, this isn't really that good for ESPADA. If Luke is gonna go for the play here, I mean, Buster can definitely get that frag, and Jame, he can actually rotate to help out his teammate here in this scenario. You should definitely try to do so. Buster now. He's still waiting. ESPADA players are waiting patiently, but they're making noise here. They're gonna try to clear out the angles. Yes, they're gonna spot out Buster as well. I mean, it would have been nice to see James actually rotate, but I mean, he was still kind of worrying, and I think because the bomb was dropped there towards A, they might actually even think about maybe rotating towards A, and they're actually going to try to commit here, and so it will be successful. If that would have been roaming, I mean, if that would have been roaming that scenario with the AWP, remember, Jay fired off the scout quicker, so that could have been a kill for the scout, yet again. But it looks like it's not meant to be. Okay, AVANGAR. Now they're just gonna play it as they probably should. What a Nico, man. They're not gonna go invest too much in a round like this because they just really need that money. So from the losing money bonus, or the losing round bonus, they're gonna be able to claim a buy. Probably not as wacky as we've seen from ESPADA, because those buys we saw from the SGs, like, that was so weird. And I mean, it could have worked out for them as well. That's the thing. The second and third rounds, those could have definitely worked out for them. But yeah, ESPADA now in position where they're gonna be able to tie up the scoreline with AVANGAR. I am pretty sure about it. But AVANGAR is putting quite a lot of emphasis on the A bomb side. That might actually be the good choice, because I think ESPADA, as now they've thrown out utility towards A, they're not committing just yet, but I think that time is going to be right about now where they actually go for the play here. They got to be careful, because between the trains are the guys with pistols, and they can definitely do some stuff here. What is that boost up there? Okay, they're able to kill one, but that is about it. ESPADA, they're going to claim this one. No worries. 3-3 is the score. Arguably, I guess we can call that one a quick one, as it was just an eco. You know, AVANGAR, they didn't have much, but now ESPADA, I think they could try to change out the pace here. Rather be going out fast, as it seems like it. Maybe not as fast, but Jane will at least be very fast with his frag in that round. ESPADA, though, they do end up losing one of their players. We saw Luke being boosted up by one of his teammates, trying to get an early frag, but it's simply not meant to be. Oh, flash will come in. They're gonna jump down and gonna find nothing so far. It's still not bad, you know. They're able to clear out Pop Dog ESPADA. They see that there are no cities here, so that does make things a bit better for them. In the fact that if they do end up pushing the bomb site, I mean, they've got one part of the map being cleared out. Semi-cleared out, at least. But the one thing that's interesting, though, AVANGAR, they have two players toward the B side, because yes, Buster, it is a position that he is in right now. There's no one in Ivy, and he's gonna start actually creeping through here. I'm gonna see that no one's here. He's actually maybe gonna try to commit here, and as he does commit, look at this. AVANGAR now got 3 guys on the B bomb side. The defense is gonna be a good one, I think. ESPADA, probably gonna try to go for the play here, but look at this. ESPADA is pushing on B, but there's still one player on the lurk there on the side. And look at this, the rotate is happening. Roby's gonna be able to kill. No, he's not gonna kill Chrisian of all people. And even though ESPADA is actually gonna go towards A, there's very little time. And of course, there's a player like Buster coming in from behind, which is gonna be the deal. There we go, beat Buster with 1. Challanger just kind of stuck there. AVANGAR claimed the round, and it definitely could not have been any other way. Even if Chrisian dies, yes, if Chrisian dies on the side, like this Buster with that flank of his, like, it's such a huge flank. ESPADA may not have been expecting it so fast. I guess the good thing for ESPADA, yes. The good thing for ESPADA is that, yes, they can actually go for the investment again. They're going to be able to purchase up the AKs as well as the WP for Luke, who previously didn't find a lot of success. But look at the pace from ESPADA. They're going to try to run out fast here. Will the AKs be fast enough? Looks like it. James is doing a pretty good job there. Quicker between the trains down there towards Sandwich. Very decent damage being dealt, but Romy now is gonna drop that. Buster with a second frag, and now Finvicious. Where is Finvicious? He's on the side. Buster. What a good round from him, you know. He's just able to swing it around with his AK, picking up all the frags he needs. And ESPADA. Another satisfying thing is that we know ESPADA, they're going for the fast play, right? What's the point in buying the sniper rifle? Like, the sniper rifle is simply, and most likely, more often than not, it's not going to be quick enough to get any sort of frags going. So yes, the rifles might be able to push on through, but Luke, he found I don't think he even found a single frag in that round. It would have been nice to have actually seen 5 rifles come out. Then with the speed of the rifles, they may have been just a bit quicker to actually take the site. It was clear that 4 rifles weren't simply enough. Oh, okay. I think this is sort of the second time we see Cricket actually trying to push through there towards main, and this time around he actually drops dead. It's the MP9 not doing a very good job, and Passionate might just be able to spot a Buster. Yes, he does spot a Buster. Yes, he does get the frag. This is now kind of looking for AVANGAR. It's a 3 versus 5 in which the pistols have been doing such a significant job, but will the madness be put to rest? I honestly don't think so, because Lukey with the MP9. This could probably be the round for ESPADA on the back of AVANGAR's aggression. Like, that was quite weird to see. Demasig trying to win this round, yeah, pretty much impossible at that point. Ay, that was a huge misplay from AVANGAR. Like, the player pushing a main. This is not the first time we see him pushing main. Definitely not the first time we see him actually die there. So I mean, AVANGAR, they should have been a bit more careful in a round like this. Yes, they're up against Nico, but if there, for say, were 2 or 3 players there, like, that is still enough to get a frag. And well, ESPADA, they come on through at a round like that, pretty much an eco, you could say. AVANGAR now having a full eco of their own means that their money situation isn't looking that good. Jane though peeking through with the P250. That is good enough. Jane with the P250 able to do so much damage in that very little span of what maybe 3 or so seconds. Absolutely insane stuff there from Jane and AVANGAR. Yeah, they should definitely try to take this one if possible. Like, they only have a pistol, but if they're actually able to group out on some of these players, that could be enough to actually kill these guys. Finvicious, he's on the flank. It's quite weird to see, you know, Finvicious, you know, he actually goes all the way from B side to clear out bathrooms where there was a guy like Luke that could have done that job, but I guess Luke didn't want to lose his 8 WP. I guess that's one way of putting it. If there would have been a player peeking out Pop Dog so fast, he may not just been able to react. So right now, it is 5-5. AVANGAR, they had the upper hand for a short brief period. But ESPADA, they're definitely making this encounter close. Very close encounter so far. I guess it may not be as clear cut as people might have thought. Even though the bets are kind of in the wrong direction though, but looks like ESPADA's pushing on the right direction. The B-bomb site, they're having a pretty good job at it. I mean, they already took the site, planted the bomb, and AVANGAR, they're gonna have to actually go for the retake here. Still, the players are blind and Finvicious. Actually, I don't blame him trying to go for that sort of play. He was able to make space for his teammates. Teammates like Passionate, who is in connector. Just wait and see if this guy's gonna be able to come out massive. There we go, picks up one, traveling with the frag, and AVANGAR, they lose another round here. ESPADA is just way too quick here. These rounds are, I'll say these rounds are looking solid for ESPADA. You know, those first, even those first iterations of their force buys, right? Those, they didn't look that bad. You know, AVANGAR just really not fighting their footing here on train. ESPADA doing much better job here on the T side than I actually thought it might be. We still have rounds to go here, obviously so. 4 rounds to be exact. At this point, it could still be anyone's game. AVANGAR is probably gonna have to deal with the fact that they're probably gonna lose this round. And then the scoreline is gonna be 7-5, which is actually quite good for ESPADA, especially on the T side of trade. Not a bad scoreline, and still in a position to acquire more, so hey. This is turning out to be quite a good map for ESPADA, so far at least in the first half. Though, as the second Molotov being thrown out, Demasig is just gonna commit to it, and at this point I wonder where will ESPADA commit. They don't really have a lot of intel, as they've been pretty much very close by towards Brown Halls. They now had Finvicious and Pop Dog, but none of the players really clearing out A main, and they still have a couple opportunities here. Looks like they're just going to continue on with the A push, and this is a correct choice for ESPADA. As they are pushing on the A bombs, they don't have anyone defending it, and as the bomb will be planted, AVANGAR is probably going to try to set up for some exit frags if possible. Okay, that was quite weird. Maybe try to set up for some exit frags, or even just hold some of the angles here. If you're together close by one another, you might just be able to get lucky here. Maybe salvage an AK like Quickard here. I think Quickard is going to be able to actually get that AK. Maybe not get out of there. Oh, okay. He's going to be able to get out of there as well. That's not a bad haul for Quickard. I think it would definitely be cool for them to maybe get another rifle if possible, but I think that's about it. AVANGAR, take a look at the money game real quick. Yeah, they're gonna be able to buy up here no matter what. So the one rifle being saved is still quite a good benefit, but hey. Now let's look at the rest of the investment from the AVANGAR side, as we are seeing rifles being purchased, and the scope rifle in the hands of James. The green gun, the big green gun for some, as the AWP is quite a large weapon. Will that be enough for AVANGAR to win the round? We're just gonna have to wait and see. James has positioned himself in a relatively good spot. I think no ESPADA player will be going for a push that fast, as it would just simply wouldn't make that sense. Because ESPADA, you know, looking around the fast rounds, yes, they've been working out for them, but they can still commit to a fast round even a bit later on into the round. Allow for AVANGAR to use their utility. And the fact that you have so much utility, you can actually even do a fast round by simply, first of all, faking out one of the bomb sites, and then continue on. Continue on with the fast round on the side. Which side will it be? I think it's starting to look like the A bomb site. They're actually going to try to go for this one. Passional opening up the site. Quickard still holding his ground, and so far so good. ESPADA though, they really haven't fully committed though. Quickard though, is actually doing quite a lot of damage here. Luke finally comes in, and ESPADA, this is now looking a bit better for them, but Crazy, and there we go, the drop down, and well, Vicious is good for the one frag. Lukey pulls up Demasik. Now it's down to 1 versus 1. Luke is gonna win it, and ESPADA claimed the 8th as AVANGAR. Well, AVANGAR's Quickard has been doing a stellar job with the defense. The rest of the guys, not so much. I mean, not doing too hot. ESPADA already, you could say they kind of won the half at this point, 8-5. AVANGAR's best possible scoreline at this point is 7-8. To do so, they're gonna have to win 2 straight rounds in a row, which isn't looking that easy for them. Well, they actually go for a fast play again. I mean, those have been kind of working out for ESPADA. Really like to see those actually come out yet again. But AVANGAR, they're not really utilizing the op as aggressive as they might have thought, but that is still a pretty good position, I'd say, for James. A very good position indeed, as he is holding pretty much the entirety of Brown Halls, meaning that AVANGAR can put a bit more emphasis on the A site. Oh yes, Quickard now, he's gonna actually peek on through. Demasik is here to back him up. This is a much better setup than what we saw previously when Quickard was the only guy to push through, and in a way this happened yet again. You know, Quickard does pushes through, but at least he's got his teammate kind of backing him up. Trevel actually doing quite a lot of damage on his teammate. in that scenario. And there goes James. Has been holding an angle, now he's gonna have to back away. Like the Molotov is gonna force him out, but he's still gonna go for the peak. James, that was quite nutty from him, I will admit. But looks like it, if AVANGAR is gonna claim the round, it's probably gonna be this one, as now, okay, not every single player is dead from ESPADA. Luke is still alive, but I think his numbers have been counted. As ESPADA now able to lose that one, AVANGAR able to pick it up. And of course, AVANGAR, they're going to be having a much better buy. Even 2 AWPs coming out here. We haven't really seen this much from the Kazakhstani team. After all, their money game hasn't been looking very good. So we have been seeing like 1 AWP. Sometimes in the hands of James. And even so, it's most likely the glass cannon up more than anything. But now the rest of the guys, even those who are rocking the rifles, they have the utility. They have the weaponry as well. This is looking much better though. Should really help out the defense in that way. Will it be enough though? That is another question worth questioning, so to speak. And can it be answered? Well, it definitely will be in a round like this. That's a lot of damage being done by the nades. Yeah, Buster, like he's gonna have to change up his position, and even James himself. 53 points of health, that is not the most amount of HP. The nades doing quite a lot of damage, definitely so. Spotted now, quicker, whiffing the shot there a bit. Luke is able to come out on top, and I think ESPADA might just be able to, right now, they're definitely in a position to actually win this one if possible. Flash coming in, he's fully blinded, Christian. And now ESPADA, all they gotta do at this point is to commit to a site. And that should be enough to win the round. Just one problem. The bomb is kind of in the middle of nowhere. Yes, it will be picked up, but now it has to make its way onto the side. I think it's going to be the B side, and the fact that the player is shifting means that 30 seconds may not be enough. Yes, he hurries up the pace. That's good to see, but now they really got to get rid of Dimasic there. I think that's Dimasic. Yes, they get rid of him, and now they should be able to plant the bomb as well. Buster and James, I mean, they've got the good... Yeah, they were holding the long-range angles, though, but James and Buster, I think too much is being given away for the players. Romy, gonna peek on through, kills one. Will he repeat, though? Unnecessary, but he is stuck there, and yes, he will peek on through. And ESPADA, this is looking like a good T-side, I will admit. Really comes down to some players like Lukey getting those frags with the AWP, but even the rest of the squad, you can't deny it. They're doing a pretty stellar job. As a stellar of a job it might be, we're now gonna have to see them try to compete here against ESPADA on the terrorist side. Will AVANGAR find success? I think they will. I think they will be able to find success. After all, we should definitely argue and say that they are the better team. If one of their players hasn't been doing so hard on the defense, that's Christian. But even if Christian is now on the T side, if his teammates are good on the fragging department, that may just be enough to win the round. Dimasic spots at one, but there's Luke killing Buster. That is not a good start for AVANGAR. But AVANGAR looks like they're just still kind of committed to the side. The problem for Pashnoy is that he doesn't have, for say, armor in that scenario, so he's probably going to take the fight and even back away if possible. The sooner, the better. They're crap walking through. Are they actually going to try to crap peek him there? That's possible. Oh, there we go. Peek comes through. Pashnoy backs away. Good play from him. Really just doesn't have to commit to the fight at that point. The fact that, oh no, Luke, that was a necessary peek from him, but it does give his team quite a lot of intel. Not quite sure why the rest of the ESPADA squad isn't rotating, because now they're making progress on the A side. AVANGAR, they're gonna be in a position to take the side, plant the bomb, and ESPADA, they're stalling. One could even say they're stalling a bit too much, but now as the bomb is now being punched in, ESPADA is gonna go for this retake. Those are some good positions. Some pretty good positions from the AVANGAR players. Quicker though, he spots out one. Taps Passionized to oblivion. That's also the kit being dropped. Finally picked up. But I think ESPADA has got a somewhat idea of where the players might be, but the fact that they're taking so much time means that things are not gonna go their way. AVANGAR, yeah, they're gonna take this one. They're definitely gonna take this one. I'm pretty sure of it. Finn Vicious and Romy. Romy's still alive, but for not longer, as Romy has to run away. With the bomb just taken away, AVANGAR. Yes, they win the pistol round. But the comeback, it's still, I'd say, far from over. First of all, it's gonna have to begin, to be honest. Picking up the pistol round is not that bad of a start. I will be honest, it's not that bad of a start. But they have to claim the 2 consecutive rounds after it. Okay. I was thinking maybe ESPADA would actually try to go for Nico here and maybe go for a force by the next round. In comparison, what we've seen for them playing in that aggressive style, but nope. They're actually gonna just take the at this point in Counter-Strike, pretty much the standard route, just going for the force buy in the second round once you've lost the pistol round. I don't know. It could still definitely work out for ESPADA. The utility usage from their side pretty much screams for AVANGAR that probably ESPADA has forced up. May not be the rifles, but it may just be the pistols, which are deadly. ESPADA now, they're still holding the angles, but I think, yes, AVANGAR, they're gonna try to take the fights, probably even win those fights at this point, because the ESPADA players on the A side, there's actually no one on the A side. There's a guy in Pop Dog. I think there's a guy in main as well, but that is about it. AVANGAR should be planting the bomb, which they really haven't at this point, which is very weird. Treble though, taps on through, won't be killing him, but looks like ESPADA's round is, yes, over at this point. Look with the, oh, okay, that's the deal. It's still enough to maybe kill a couple guys like James and Christian, who are low in HP, but I think Luke is just gonna get taken down. Okay, AVANGAR. Okay, that round looked kind of scary, I will admit. It did look kind of scary, but ESPADA, not all of the players are able to land the shots, and so AVANGAR claimed their second one, and probably their third, because ESPADA, they're going to take this one smart. They're not going to be going for any sort of wacky force buy just yet. They might try to go for, you know, a similar play which we have seen from previous Eagles, like maybe stacks or maybe even aggressive pushes. That could be the case, or it just could be a stacking connector from ESPADA, which also isn't that bad after all. If the bomb is going to get planted on B, that is still a very much enough time to rotate, but once all the players will be peeking out through connector, I think AVANGAR should have an easy time spraying them through, but they're not really committing. They haven't really planted the bomb just yet. They're just waiting for the players to clear out the trains, and yeah, they're clearing out the trains and doing a very good job at it. James now. Okay. James is just clearing out with the MAC-10. D-Mystic as well with the MAC-10. Allow these players to get the kills because the SMGs, that's what they're here for. There we go, D-Mystic with the 4th. Could be the ace if possible, but yes, AVANGAR. They plant the bomb, and this round seems to be very solid from their side. Oh, that was... Okay, Christian. Okay, Christian, that's actually pretty cool, right? Some players might just try to peek through Pop Dog, and if they do end up getting killed, per se, in that scenario, if the player is able to get killed, per se, then hey, Christian only drops possibly the CZ. Not a very good gun to pick up, but if he would have the AK-47 in his hands, that's an AK being dropped for the opponents, and I guess that's a nifty play. Overall, not bad. Some great thinking right there. But now AVANGAR, they're able to tie up the scoreline yet again. But now ESPADA, the one thing that they have here is, of course, a much better looking buy, as well as Luke on the sniper rifle. He has been saving up for that op, and for good purpose as well. He has been doing a pretty good job on the T side with that sniper rifle. will he be able to keep up with his form now on the CD side? I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. James is still rocking with the Mac 10. Of course, the good thing with even a Mac 10 in these gun rounds that sometimes, especially these early ones, the CTs may not always have head armor. And something like a Mac 10 can be also quite the deadly weapon. No one's really watching Ivy though. Oh, okay. Player towards green trade is taking a look at it, but now ESPADA, one of the players drop dead, and Buster goes for the straight up peek onto Luke. That's the op being taken out in ESPADA. I think this round is not going to go in their favor. Kristen tapping away, Finvicious on the B side. Yes, maybe even backing away. Saving the M4, I mean, that's a respectable play at this point. Probably the play you should be going for. Especially knowing the fact that your team is not going to be having a lot of firepower in the upcoming round because of an eco. And if your team does end up going for, say, a partial buy, even if you have that 1 in 4, like, the other players could pick it up, they could actually make use of it. So definitely try to go for the save here for Vicious. Will it be successful? It appears to be so. Because Dimasic hasn't really checked that angle just yet, and yes, looks like the save is going to be possible. That's pretty good for ESPADA. Of course, it's definitely dissatisfying not being able to win the round. Not being able to win the round means that, well, you've given one away for AVANGAR, and yes, looks like as this round will be a partial buy, the M4, like I said, could be of great use. I do also kind of like this play from ESPADA, you know? They only have the 1 in 4, the one real rifle in this round from the CT side. They're going to have that player on the B bomb side alone. So that the players on the A side that only have pistols might just be having a bit more success, like Passionate killing James right there. This isn't looking that bad for ESPADA. They're able to pick up a couple more frags, but quicker this here to help out his teammate. And so, what seemed to be a good setup for ESPADA has now kind of crumbled into 2 versus 3. Still a good looking 2 versus 3 for ESPADA. It's not really out of the realms of possibility because you have players like Finvicious pushing up. He's actually gonna go towards T-spawn. He's actually gonna go towards main. He could definitely kill quicker than that scenario. All he's gotta do is just be quick. And if he kills the player there, looks like Passionate will be getting the frag. There's no way in the world Quicker is expecting it. He's gonna drop dead, and now Dimasic from Ivy coming through, killing Finvicious. Knows where Passionate should be, but maybe not gonna see him. Passionate with the deagle gets the frag, and Dimasic. I mean, that's arguably quite a difficult round to win, and ESPADA, they're able to come out through, and well, come out through they do, swinging with those rifles that they didn't have, pardon me, with the pistols that they did have, and yes, overall a good round. AVANGAR, definitely not so much. They should have that round should have been theirs every single day of the week. But the main push, the main push was, like I said, pretty successful from ESPADA, and Finvicious is there to seal the deal. Okay. We have a pretty interesting setup here, ESPADA towards B. And even in a scenario where I think Luke isn't able to hit those shots, per se, the rest of the guys from lower are able to refrag, I'd say. But even that doesn't seem to be necessary because, look, Romy kills a guy here, and ESPADA players Finvicious and Passionate have made their way through brown holes towards toilets there. This is looking like a good round for ESPADA. There's no way in the world they're going to be losing this one. James and Dimasic in a 2 versus 4. Trevel, I don't think he's going to be expecting someone from Ivy because no one's really watching Ivy. So Dima and James, they have a good possibility. Passionate is here. James, you're pretty much done for at this point. Dima, he's still in Ivy. Can still try to maybe win this round, but even that is looking very difficult. Vicious does spot him out and get the frag as well. ESPADA on the 11th, and maybe even more than that, because AVANGAR, look at the money game. Oh, okay. The money game is looking that pretty good for them. I kind of mistook it for a possibility for them to do an eco. And because their money game right now isn't looking that good, I think the next round, if they do end up losing this one, then they might have the eco. Buster and Christian doesn't have a decent amount of money. Should be able to drop out their players. I think even a couple of those deagles if they do want P250s. Let's see. Oh, Christian. Right before the flash the flash pop, so to speak, is able to get that frag. He's actually gonna go for more. Romy's kind of stuck there on top of the train, and Christian gets that frag as well. That's something ESPADA's gonna be careful, because AVANGAR, talking about raw talent, they definitely got that raw talent in their side. And even though Christian hasn't been having the best of games, right now he's proving to be quite a worthy opponent. Dimasic has actually made his way all the way through Ivy onto the site. At this point, it's over. At this point, it's pretty much over here for ESPADA. A round like this is going to be looking very difficult for them, but they're still pushing towards B, which is very awkward to see. Yes, Jabe. He's able to kill Vicious, but look at the Opper's battle here. Luke is going to try to save the Op. I think AVANGAR should definitely try to chase him down. They don't want to see NAWP being saved, and I think it's either Dima or someone from Connector to get the frag. There's no way in the world that Luke survives in this scenario. He is a goner. Well, looks like I made a mistake doubting AVANGAR. Even for a second, I guess you shouldn't really be doubting this team, ESPADA. That's the thing right now, ESPADA, they don't really have the most amount of rounds to work with here, so they're gonna try to maximize their chances by going for a force buy here, and then maybe with this force buy they're able to win the round if possible. But I mean, those are just pretty much guns being bought up. Passional, he's a max 7 of all weapons, which, so to speak, on a map like Train isn't the worst weapon possible, but definitely not the best weapon you would be hoping in this scenario. And the fact that he doesn't even have something like head armor or any, yes, I want to say head armor, but any armor at all is not a very good scenario to be in. And if ESPADA do end up losing this one, we might just have to see an eco from their side, but knowing that this is ESPADA, it probably might be a partial buy, to be completely honest. Okay, clearing out some of the more important angles with the Molotovs. ESPADA still having 2 players towards B. They're not even moving an inch. But now, as AVANGAR do commit to the play, I think they should start having players rotate. They even have one guy going towards B, in fact. But this is a bit of a misread from ESPADA, as AVANGAR, they're almost onto the site as Dima kills Romy. Now ESPADA, I think, gonna realize it. This is an A-bomb site hit, and a bit too late with the realization, but I think at this point they might even think about saving the guns. Dimasic is in fact going for more. He's probably Lukey as well. This isn't looking too good for ESPADA. They should have. And to be completely honest, they must have saved those weapons to maximize their chances, but right now, Vicious and Triple saving the guns they have, yeah, that's what I do in this scenario. Trying to commit to the retake is a death wish. But if you're able to save the guns, hey, that's not that bad. But saving them, I think it's going to be a bit harder. Vicious is probably going to get caught off guard, and at least Trevor is able to save them from us, so I guess it's not that bad, but it's still probably going to be an eco from ESPADA. It honestly should be, as they are able to save that from us. I mean, if they would have saved for, say, 4 rifles in that round, I still don't think they would have gone for investment. But hey, they would have had 4 sort of weapons in that round. And 4 weapons is much better than that one FAMAS that Trouble has got in his hands. And looks like, okay, FAMAS doing some work. Looks like Trouble will be getting another frag, but that is about it. It's all up to the pistols here. Romy's, yeah, he's kind of stuck there towards Old Trade. And Vicious, though, I think that's, yes, that's a P250. That's a bit better pistol than the USP. But that in no way means that his chances of winning the round increased drastically from having a P250 from, say, a USPS. And still, you know, AVANGAR, they're not going for the insta-plant. They're still clearing out the angles. Now the bomb plane does come in. But they're trying to take the safe route. I think Vicious is trying to get a rifle here if possible, especially if someone's going to peek him right now. That would be good for Vicious, alright? That'd be quite good for him. I don't know if he's going to be successful, though. He might just be as demasic. Yes, rounds around the corner. He gets the AK-47. Now he has a very good opportunity to just run away and try to save that gun. Looks like Crizzen is going to be on his heels, but he's not going to be quick enough as he's now going towards brown holes. Okay, that's quite good. You know, ESPADA claimed themselves the weapon, and now AVANGAR on the 13th.
Terrorists win.
As expected, ESPADA, they're obviously gonna go for the investment. The rifles do come out. No EWP though. That's quite a bit dissatisfying for Luke. Yeah, but at the same time, you know, he hasn't been finding as much success on the CD side as he has found on the T side. So even if they do end up having these rifles, that's not that bad of a trade-off, because really they need some rounds here. And if they do lose this one, things go south very fast. AVANGAR changing up the pace. Haven't really seen them go rushing out so fast as they do right now. Treble kills Crizzen, but there's still 4 AVANGAR players on the side. There's, I think, guy in Pop Dog. I think that's Quickard. No, he has made his way out of Pop Dog, but look at ESPADA. They're actually peeking through here. Passionoi picks up 2, in fact. And that could be just enough to win the round, but hold on a second. Okay, Luke, let's kill one more, but Buster, I would say hold on a second, because Buster probably could have killed the Ivy guy, and that would have made a 2 versus 2, but now he is kind of stuck here, and he knows where the Ivy guy is at, but he has no idea where Vicious is at. Not a bad round, not a bad round for ESPADA at all. You know, AVANGAR, they do end up committing to the play there. The fact that they lose, I think that was Demasic so early on. They do end up stalling, right? They don't fully commit. They kind of still wait for some of the smokes to bloom. That obviously takes some time. And AVANGAR then are very much surprised to see their flanking players. Players from Maine, players from Pop Dog coming out so early. And this could have been a gold mine for ESPADA to win. You know, that's a very good round for them to pick up. Means that they're still very much into the game. But even a round like this, right? If they're not able to win the consecutive round, that's the scary thing. We could be seeing an eco. That's always such a satisfying thing for any team. When they start building up the bank, and look at this setup here. Because Luke and his teammate were Ivy. They don't even know. They don't even know about the position. I think that's Treble. Oh no, that's not Treble. I think that might have been yes, I think that's in fact Passionoi of all people. That is there towards Ivy. Oh, looks like James quite driven from Vicious, though. It's still holding this one off. He doesn't have anyone to back up, so he needs to get the frags, and the frags he will get. Now there is a player in connector, and now this is gonna be the round for ESPADA. The thing I was talking about is consecutive rounds, and well, looks like they finally got him their 2nd round in a row, which means that full-on eco is, if they do end up losing one more round here, they're probably not gonna have to be on a full-on eco. They're gonna be having at least some more money being built up, and they really need the money being built up, especially because look at the AVANGAR side. Their money is all over the place, you could say. I think if you're AVANGAR, trying to go for one partial buy, okay then. They're actually gonna commit here. They're actually gonna be going for the force buy here. It seems like Quicker than Demasic will have to just play with the CZs. Not to say that the pistols can't accomplish anything, but I think some of this, or even most of this round, is gonna really rely on the rifle players. Jane with the AWP. We are seeing, yes, Prison. He is stuck. He is stuck there towards Olaf. I think the nade is gonna be the finisher of him, and that's the thing. Okay, he's somehow able to survive there. That's actually very weird to see. And how AVANGAR, are they again gonna commit to the play? Are they actually gonna go on to the A side already? Prison is still towards Olaf. Not a very bad spot to be in. Romy though, he's got the better angle. There's no way in the world Prison's gotta check it. Luke will be picking up one more. And AVANGAR, the problem for them is they already lose one of their players. That is a pistol player, which isn't that bad. But now look at this. Even, yes, Dimas is gonna drop dead. And now AVANGAR, they're very much screwed at this point. I don't know what to say for them at this point. Passionate picks up a frag. Travel as well. Quickard just simply stuck there towards main. And that will be the round for ESPADA. And not only that, because ESPADA winning that one means that AVANGAR, they're just gonna have to go for an eco. They will have reached maximum lose money bonus if they do end up losing this round, which also means that they are gonna be able to make a buy. But yes, ESPADA, they're making this one possible. AVANGAR, a fast play on A. I mean, yeah, they could definitely try to go for that one. I would like to see them maybe try to push B, because they really haven't contested B that often. Like, yeah, they've been pretty much going A at the majority of the rounds, but being like, even in a round like this, try to test out the waters. Like, what sort of setup are they playing? Because if they would say try to push B, they would realize, okay, looks like a player like Vicious is playing passive on the side. If he is playing passive on the side, that at least guarantees us a bomb plan the next time we go B. They should definitely try to think about that. AVANGAR though, looks like AVANGAR and Co. actually try to push on here. I think it might actually still be the A side. I mean, they really haven't recovered the bomb, but now we are seeing the bomb picked up, and yeah, looks like they're gonna try to go onto the A side. But before they do, they're actually gonna try to pull off a rotate, and the rotate is actually quite successful because Vicious, as he is playing passively on the side, he has very little to no info. And now ESPADA, they have 3 players back again on the A side. They're gonna try to hold this one off, and so far the hold is looking pretty good for them. Romy gets the frag, and so the rest of the squad for ESPADA is gonna be able to win the round. Luke times in as well, and that will be the round for ESPADA. AVANGAR, talk about important rounds. This would be one of them. Like, they gotta try and win this one outright. Otherwise, guess what? ESPADA is able to win this CIS matchup. Okay, AVANGAR now. Are they gonna go? Yeah, it doesn't look like they're gonna be going for the fast play though. But I think they're actually gonna try to go towards B if possible. Quickard though. I mean, the fact that he kills also the second guy is actually very impressive. All right, I will admit this is very impressive. But why did they continue on pushing the A side when they have killed at least 2 on B? That is quite weird, but at the same time, it does work out for them. Look at this, AVANGAR, they plant the bomb. This is quite a difficult task for Vicious though. Quite a difficult task indeed. The good thing for ESPADA is that they still have enough money. That is not going to be a big problem. It's just that a round like that, wow, that was a very good round for AVANGAR. Quickard, without his entry frag, I don't think that round could have actually worked out for them, but the fact that they do means that they also claim the round. They also get the AWP back into play. And for me, the op has been the one weapon that has been slowing down AVANGAR quite a bit. I don't know if this is the good choice to be making. Okay. ESPADA's buy is not gonna be looking as good as I might have hoped it to be. But I still have some of that firepower. So yes, it isn't as bad. Smoke executed, looks like it. Haven't really seen it, to be honest, from AVANGAR. They haven't really been using their smokes too often, and I think just at the time we hit something like a minute and 30, they're probably just gonna try to go on through. Maybe before they do, they're gonna try to attract some attention with that one smoke from the brown holes player. But it doesn't seem to be that effective. ESPADA has got the good setup here. This could be the round, possibly so, for AVANGAR. But we are gonna have to wait and see. Is the push happening though? They're actually taking their time though. The smokes have been thrown out. But it looks like they're only gonna commit to the push right about now. It's a bit too late, you could say, as ESPADA. They have 4 players onto the side. Luke is holding the ground, and now looks like Van Vicious. He's gonna be in a good spot to actually even try to win this round if needed. Not only him, but they also have Passionate coming in from behind. So now Luke is actually gonna rotate away, gonna put himself towards Ivy. But now this is the position where AVANGAR is gonna start expecting the flanks to happen, and I'm not quite sure why they still haven't planted the bomb though. That is a bit weird from AVANGAR, and that is costing them not only the time but also the players. Passionoi picks up 2-3 into the round. Passionoi, very good flank from him. Yes, they were expecting a pop dog flank, but not the main flank by the looks of things. And now ESPADA 16-14, they're able to close that one out. Not the most convincing of games from AVANGAR. That they kind of look lost. They kind of look lackluster on the T side, but not only the T side, but also the CT side as well. Quite weird to see, but it's definitely not the end of games for today. There's still gonna be a third best of 1. I'm not quite sure. I think it might actually be Game Agents versus Fraxters. I think we're gonna be heading over back to Group A, which consists of those AU teams. So yeah, stay tuned for that, as we're going to be heading over to our third best of 1.